good morning. Back in 2014, the new CEO of Microsoft, a guy named Nardello, knew that he needed to change that culture from a real arrogant, know-it-all culture to a real learn-it-all culture. It was going to take a lot of humility, a lot of empathy, and a lot of understanding. As I was reading this article about Nardello, it reminded me of Teresa Wiseman's work, a young teacher, researcher, and nurse who was trying to improve the nurse-patient care practices. And she did, through a lot of research and writing, came up with 4 attributes of empathy. And they're very simple, but very effective. And she provided a roadmap for these nurses to be able to practice the skill of empathy. And now you see it being used widely across businesses and all kinds of professions, because as we look around America today, gosh only knows, we need more understanding, more empathy, more people talking, and these 4 attributes really speak to that. Number 1 is just to be able to see things from that person's point of view. Just be able to stand in their shoes, rest in their shoes, and see things from their viewpoint. Number 2 is to be non-judgmental. Don't judge their situation. Don't discount their situation. But again, be able to see it from their eyes and to really understand where they're coming from in terms of their situation. Number 3 is the idea of understanding the person's feelings. And as human beings, we are wired to run from pain, physical pain, emotional pain. And when we're talking to people and they're in pain, sometimes it's not easy to listen to and we run from it. So it's the idea of being able to really listen and understand their feelings. And lastly, I think this is a culmination of using the first 3, and it's the idea of being able to communicate to that person with our whole body in a real empathic way that we understand, and we can communicate back to them that we understand. And we do that with our whole body, all of our senses, with our words. We're able to really communicate to that person, I'm sitting here with you, I understand your feelings, I'm not judging your pain, your situation. I really do understand where you're coming from, and it's tell me more, tell me more. So there you have it, just a real simple roadmap that would allow all of us to be able to practice and really learn this skill of empathy. And if any of us want to improve our relationships, we've got to have more empathy, more understanding, and if we were to practice these attributes, I know that we can create more transformational relationships in our lives and in business. Hey, I hope you've had a great week. I wish you a great weekend. This is Pete Kunk, Built to Lead.